Hello everyone. We will examine Freud's psychoanalytic theory and its impact on personality development today. Let's examine how these theories still influence psychology. So, what is personality disorder? Scholars say personality disorders are contextual interactions that shape personality. Over time, ideas, feelings, and behaviors shape a person's personality. These theories are important to evaluate behavior for psychological assessment and therapy. Communication and relationships increase with personality type as they boost self awareness, helping people manage their strengths and weaknesses. Family dynamics, culture, and genetics shape personality. These theories help us predict life outcomes, examine behavior, and improve relationships via self awareness. Freud's psychoanalysis influenced psychology, art, literature, and popular culture despite scientific concerns and predictions. His ideas stress the unconscious mind's influence on behavior. In the next slides, we will discuss how Freud believed the idea's pleasure seeking energies shape personality by focusing on erogenous zones during growth. We will therefore be talking about psychoanalytic theory today, which holds that behavior is controlled by the unconscious mind, which holds on to desires and ideas. Freud thought our actions were influenced by unconscious factors. Talking about its key concepts, first discussed are the unconscious mind, which stores unconscious feelings, thoughts, and desires. Second, the psychosexual stages, which are broken down into five crucial stages, which we will discuss in brief in the following slides. And last, how defense mechanisms are psychological strategies used by ego entities to control distress from unwanted or harmful stimuli. From birth until puberty, Freud described five psychosexual phases. First, there is the oral stage, in which feeding is the main source of stimulation and the mouth is the center of pleasure. Among the developmental tasks is comfort and trust development. When the stage is not resolved well, like by early weaning or neglect, adult consequences can include envy, distrust, and pessimism. The way the oral stage is resolved greatly affects a person's interpersonal relationships and, if not handled well, can result in oral fixation in adulthood, according to a review published in the Journal of Psychoanalytic Psychology. Second is known as the anal stage, and the main focus is toilet training. One of the developmental tasks is to feel in control and autonomous. Obstacles during this stage might lead to adult characteristics that Freud called anal personality. Anal retentive characteristics can result from too strict or too lax toilet training, according to a study published in the American Journal of Psychiatry. The genitals become the center of pleasure as we proceed to the phallic stage. Handling the Oedipus and the Electra complexes, which include children's envy of the same sex parent and their unconscious longing for the opposite sex parent. Unresolved issues during the stage, according to Freud, could result in a phallic personality that includes conceit, recklessness, and narcissism. How these unresolved disputes could affect later sexual and emotional relationships is covered in a paper published in Psychoanalytic Psychology. Fourth is the latency stage, where sexual desires are suppressed, defense mechanisms and school friends and interests. Self confidence and social communication depend on this stage. According to developmental psychology, a well navigated latency period allows harmonious peer and authority relationships. In the last stage, genital stage, from adolescence forward, the focus shifts to genital pleasure with adults' sexual intimacy. Developmental tasks include balancing numerous life aspects. Freud believed this period led to sexual maturity and healthy relationships. A Journal of Humanistic Psychology review found that mismanagement of the stage can make close relationships challenging. Egos use defense mechanisms to avoid psychological suffering. Understanding this helps professionals detect and treat psychiatric illnesses. Then, how does defense mechanism protect ego and form personality? Well, ego protecting defense systems reduce anxiety about undesirable situations and aid well adjusted persons in stress management. This protects the person from emotional harm and shapes their personality. Children adapt to external and internal stresses through normal development and environmental interactions. Many studies suggest Freud's methods have evolved to include stress and coping. These systems affect personality development and psychological health, according to recent studies. Kramer's 2011 Journal of Personality study found that projection and denial worsen mental health, while sublimation and humor improve it. Freudian theory is criticized for its lack of empirical proof and cultural and gender prejudices, notwithstanding its foundation. Some scientific criticisms show how Freud focused on case studies and patient thoughts to form his ideas. This analytic approach is subjective because it relies on individual, non representative examples with insufficient evidence. The Oedipus complex and libido driven personality development, among other Freudian ideas, lack the scientific method's conclusive data. Psychoanalytic theories are not falsifiable, hence Popper called them unscientific. You can't create an experiment to invalidate Freudian theory because it covers every human behavior. These arguments cast doubt on his views, especially in varied societies. Cultural prejudice may confine Freud's theories to Victorian era Europe, critics say. His cultural experience shaped his views on sexuality, family, and personality, which may not be representative of other cultures. Freud's penis envy and female development theories are controversial. These prejudices devalue women's experiences and propagate preconceptions disproven in modern psychology. By modern psychological perspective on Freud's relevance and limitations has been extensively revised to incorporate current knowledge and facts. Cognitive and social psychology have rendered many of Freud's ideas outdated. The field prioritizes empirical and scientific methods, including bigger sample sizes, reproducible results, and objectivity. Freud's ideas shape literature, films, and popular culture. Despite criticism, Freudian psychoanalysis is used in many current therapies. Talk therapy and patient history are Freudian strategies used in clinical psychology. Freud's ideas are examined in psychology, philosophy, sociology, and critical theory. His beliefs on the psyche's organization have changed, yet they still influence these fields. In conclusion, even if Freud's psychoanalytic theory has its critics, it is impossible to overestimate its significant influence on psychological theory and therapeutic techniques. Future studies could concentrate on fusing Freudian ideas with modern approaches, therefore reviving his views in fresh and creative ways. Widespread research from eminent psychologists support our viewpoint today and are listed in our references. Understanding the continuous discussions in this topic is made possible by these works. At last, thank you for your attention. Any queries the audience might have on Freud's ongoing contributions to our knowledge of personality development are welcome.